Hey guys, welcome back. For this Fantasy Friday, I'm showing you my part of a collaboration that me and 5 other girls did. Our idea was to follow the Nyx Face Awards challenges and sort of do them ourselves and put our own spin on them. I'll put a link to their looks and their channels in the description below. Be sure to check them out and don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to check me out on other social media. Everywhere I am OneSnap Arts. The Nyx Face Awards theme was Timeless Beauty, so we decided to go with the theme Iconic Beauty. Each one of us chose a different decade to do makeup from, so I chose the swingin' 1920s and decided to go with a sort of Great Gatsby inspired look. If you guys want to see how I did this look, stay tuned and I hope you enjoy!
To begin this look, you'll want to start by lightly contouring. You don't want to go too crazy with this because contouring was not big at all during the 20s. I'm only doing this to add some dimension to my face so I don't look flat and two-dimensional. Put this contour everywhere you normally would, on your temples, under your cheekbones, even down the sides of your nose if you really want to. Although contouring wasn't big, blush sure was. So take a rosy, natural looking blush and apply that to the apples of your cheeks and pull it upwards on your cheekbones. Very fair skin was totally in the 20s, so instead of using my normal highlight, I'm going to use a white eyeshadow just to wash myself out even more, which normally I wouldn't want, but in this look, it's perfect. To begin on the eyes, apply a wash of a taupe shadow all over the lid. This will work as a transitional shade and it'll be easier to blend our shadows over it. Next, I'm applying a smoky gray shadow in the inner corner and working this out to the outer corner. You want to kind of go for a sideways teardrop shape. You want it darkest on the inner corner and lightest on the outer corner. You guys know I'm obsessed with blending, so be sure to blend this out really well. By applying the eyeshadow the darkest on the inner corner of the eye, it gives the effect that our eyes are farther apart, which was a very desired look in the 1920s. So this is how they would always apply their eyeshadow. I'm also blending a warm brown over the outer corner of the eye to warm up this color a little bit and add warmth back into my already very, very cold face. Now with a fluffy brush, I'm applying a matte black eyeshadow over the gray parts that we just laid down. Because shimmery shadows weren't popular until the 60s, 70s, you want to avoid using any of these on your eyes. Stick to mattes. Women in the 20s would actually use straight up kohl on their eyes as eyeshadow. Keep building up this black in the inner corner of your eye. To further the shape we're trying to create, you can also drag the eyeshadow in a straight line from the front of your brow to the end of this wing shape that we have. To even further the dramatic shape of our eyes, I'm applying a light nude highlight under the tail of my brow. This will make our eyes seem even wider apart, which is the desired look. Women of the 20s were also into very round baby doll-like eyes, so I'm patting that same color onto the center of my lids. To make our eyes seem even rounder, I'm applying the same smoky gray shadow under my lash line on the bottom. Be sure to blend this too, so it's just really subtle. I'm also applying the tiniest highlight to the inner corner of my eye, just to make my eyes seem wider and more open. Next, I'm moving into a gel liner and applying this very thin on my upper lash line. This clip has been sped up so you can see how slow I'm actually moving to get this exactly how I want it. You don't want to create a wing or anything because that wasn't popular then. And this wing will elongate your eye, which isn't what we want. We want a wide, round, open eye. Once you've got that just the way you want it, it's time for some wispy falsies. Now I'm using a really thin, natural looking mascara. What I want to do is accentuate the lashes that I already have. I don't want them to appear thicker or longer. I'm also using this on the upper lashes just to blend them into the falsies better. Next, I'm using a brow brush to make my brows appear thinner. To do this, I'm brushing all the hairs upwards and then brushing the tops down. I'm also going to pinch them slightly to make them appear thinner. Thin brows were so desirable during the 20s. All the women had them. In fact, they would shave their eyebrows off and draw them on. Now, I didn't want to cover my eyebrows, and I usually have a lot of trouble with this because my brows are thick and dark. So if you want to cover your brows, that might be easier, but this worked fine for me. Next, I'm using an eyebrow gel to draw in a rounded brow shape. Women back then didn't have any arch to their brow, they just wanted a straight curve across their face. Since we used a brow gel, be sure to set this with a powder, so your brows don't end up smeared all over your face. That is never a desirable look. Moving on to the lips. You really can't see what I'm doing because I wasn't paying enough attention to where the camera was focused. But what I'm going to do is line them with a brown eyeliner first. The lips were dark and small. You want to create a sort of heart shape with an accentuated cupid's bow. I'm using this brown liner all the way around, and then I'm going to shade in the outer corners too to create a sort of ombre effect. Now I'm using a very dark purplish red cherry color to fill in my lips. I'm still leaving a little bit of brown on the edges. My lips were feeling a little bit too muted against the rest of my face, so I decided to pop a bright red right in the center. This really helped lighten it up and add color back into this look. Using a small angled brush, apply concealer to the edges of your lips. Then you're all done. Get your flapper dress on, go listen to some ragtime, and swing your little heart out. Since the 20s, makeup has evolved so much. Check out these other looks to see what makeup was like in other decades. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check me out on other social media, and I'll see you later. Bye!